all good communities start small. And one of the big misconceptions around starting a community or a group is that you need to have zillions of fans or zillions of followers in order to make it valuable. And honestly, it's actually couldn't be further from the truth. The massive communities have some of the hardest times maintaining value because there's so much chaos going on inside of it. Whereas the small communities, we've actually found from the stats from the platform that all you need is 10 true regulars. It's 10 people who contribute regularly to a group. One of the most valuable groups that I was ever a part of was my powerlifting group, where we had 13 guys, and we would all post in there every day of like our lifting videos of what our workout was, what we were struggling with, and then other people would be like, hey, this is what I did to break out, you know, the lockout on my bench. And it was one of the groups that I looked forward to seeing the post every single day, and I would have paid if the platform I had been on at the time actually allowed me to do that. And so you don't need a lot of people to make this thing really valuable. And so if you're like, okay, if this is all I need, then where do I start? Start with 3, all right? And start with 3 people because 3 is on the way to 10. And if you get 3 paying members, if that's what you choose to do as you're starting, that also unlocks the free training that comes along with the top 10 visit winners. And so when the top 10 people fly out here, we're gonna be recording the whole day. And if you just get 3 paying members, you'll have access to that entire day as though you would want it to when you were here with us, all right? And so this is what it takes to start. This is what it takes all it takes to make a valuable community. And I wanna show a little bit of what's possible. So Kevin Kelly wrote a famous book called 1,000 True Fans. And basically what he postulated was, people think they need millions of people. People think they need to become Mr. Beast or Logan Paul or whatever in order to have a big enough fan base to make money. And it couldn't be further from the truth. You only need 1,000 people. And with 1,000 people, when you compare it to 8 billion, you can be so specific about the things you're interested in. If you're a vegan mom powerlifter who loves cats, there's another 1,000 vegan mom powerlifters who love cats. And so the cool thing is that you can have cross-pollination of different interests that narrow the audience, but also make that audience's affinity with you so much higher. So let me give you an example. So if we have Joe Rogan Experience here, JRE, in the middle, all right? Now, he really likes aliens, okay? So people who like aliens might like Joe Rogan. He also likes fitness. So people who like fitness also like Joe Rogan. He also likes conspiracy, right? Or whatever, conspiracy theories or whatever you want to call that there. He likes fighting and he likes comedy. Now, if you were to say, hey, I want to start a group of aliens, comedy, fighting, conspiracy, and fitness, people will probably tell you you're absolutely insane. But the thing is that there's tons of people in Joe's audience that only like one of these topics. If you like 2 of these topics, you'll like Joe even more. If you like all of them, you'll become a hardcore Joe Rogan fan. And so whatever you are, you probably have multiple interests. You can create communities around multiple interests that you share, and people who share those interests with you will also join and like you even more. And so you might be wondering, okay, well then where do I start? Well, you probably have friends. You have people who already follow you on Facebook, who are friends with you or follow you on Instagram. You can pull out your phone and realize that you have 400 people or 800 people that you know. Just text them and invite them to your community. Like, if you invite 800 people to your community, you invite everyone in your contact list to your community, I promise you'll get 3. You'll probably get more than 10 just from doing that one thing. And so right now, if you don't do that, realize that it's not because you don't know how, it's because you're afraid. And you don't need to be, because all we're doing is inviting people to a party. And if they don't show up, you can invite them to the next one.